But now, one slip of the tongue could cost you your freedom, your peace, even your dignity. These 5 secrets are not about hiding, they're about surviving. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear might just protect your heart for the rest of your life. When we're young, it's easy to believe that family is the safest place in the world. We grow up trusting that no matter what happens, our family will always protect us. We share our secrets, our struggles, our fears, because that's what love looks like. That's what we're taught. But as we grow older, something changes. The same people who once depended on us, slowly become the ones we depend on. Our bodies aren't as strong. Our minds can become forgetful. Maybe we can't manage our bills the way we used to. Maybe driving at night feels too dangerous now. And before we even realize it, we give up little pieces of our freedom, piece by piece, because it feels easier, safer. Yet here's the silent trap: the more we depend on others, the more power they have over our daily lives. And sometimes, they use that power in ways we'd never expect. Let me share a true story. Margaret is 72. She spent her life raising 3 kids on her own after her husband passed away. She was careful, smart, and always generous with her family. One afternoon, over coffee at her daughter's house, she casually mentioned how much she'd saved for rainy days. She thought she was just being open, proud, even, to show she could handle herself. But that one small comment opened a door. Not long after, her oldest son started asking questions. He said he was worried about her finances. He brought over papers for her to sign, just in case you ever need help, Mom. Those papers handed him power of attorney. In the months that followed, Margaret found herself no longer in control of her own money. Vacations she had dreamed about were suddenly too risky. Repairs she wanted for her house were unnecessary. Her freedom, piece by piece, was gone, and the saddest part, it didn't come from strangers. It came from the people she trusted most. This isn't just Margaret's story. Studies show that over 60% of adults over 65 have faced some form of financial or emotional exploitation, and more than half of the time, it comes from family. So, here's the question we all need to ask ourselves: what if your trust and your love become weapons used against you? What if protecting your dignity means learning when to hold something back, even from those closest to your heart? Because sometimes, keeping a secret is not about hiding, it's about surviving. Let's start with the first secret you should never share in full: your complete financial details. It might feel natural to be open about your money, especially with your own children or grandchildren. You've worked hard your entire life, and you want to show them you're secure. Maybe you think sharing will ease their worries. But here's the truth no one likes to say out loud: when people know exactly how much you have, they may start to see you, and your bank account, differently. Some may mean well. They might suggest helping you pay bills or manage investments. But sometimes, that help slowly turns into control. Decisions that should be yours alone can suddenly feel like family discussions. Vacations, home repairs, gifts, all questioned. In some cases, Children have even moved money around or made big choices without asking first. You deserve the right to spend your money as you wish, for as long as you live. So protect yourself. Keep some details private. If you need to, talk to a trusted lawyer or financial advisor. Let them know what you want, and make sure you have documents that clearly say so. Transparency with professionals is wise. Total transparency with family? That's a choice you don't owe anyone. Now, let's talk about secret number 2, your full private health struggles. Sharing every ache. Every fear, every test result can feel comforting, like your family will be better prepared to help you. But oversharing can backfire in ways you may never expect. Imagine this. An older parent casually mentions that they've been a little forgetful. Or that they sometimes get confused driving at night. A loving child hears that, but their mind rushes ahead to the worst case. Before you know it, they're having secret talks about guardianship, power of attorney, maybe even selling your house, for your safety. And maybe you don't want that yet. Maybe you're still fully capable of making your own choices, you just needed someone to listen, not to take over. So here's the safer path: share your health details honestly with your doctors. They're the ones who can help you the most. Be clear about what you need from family, but don't feed the rumor mill. The less fuel you give fear, the more freedom you keep in your hands. Your money and your health are deeply personal. Sharing less can sometimes protect you more. Now, let's talk about the third secret you should keep close to your heart: your old grudges or buried resentments. It's natural to want to speak your truth, especially as you grow older. You may feel like you've carried certain wounds for too long, words unsaid, apologies never given, regrets you wish you could clear away. But here's what many people don't realize: some secrets, once spoken out loud, don't bring peace. They bring conflict. Picture this: an elderly father, nearing the end of his life, decides to open up about old family betrayals. He shares that he once changed his will because one child disappointed him decades ago. Instead of healing, his words light a fire. Siblings begin fighting long before he's even gone. Suddenly, the last years of his life are filled with tension and arguments, not the quiet love he hoped for. Sometimes, your peace of mind is worth more than rehashing old pain. Not every truth needs an audience. Not every wound needs to be reopened. If it won't bring healing, if it only sparks more bitterness, let it rest. Protect your emotional space. You deserve calm more than you deserve to set the record straight. Now, secret number 4, your private romantic relationships. It surprises many people to know how common it is for older adults to find new love, and that is something to be celebrated. You are never too old to feel butterflies again. To have someone hold your hand on a chilly morning, to laugh with over coffee. But sharing this news too soon can bring judgment you don't deserve. Imagine a 68-year-old widow who reconnects with an old friend. Their bond grows strong, but when she tells her family, they panic. They see an inheritance gold digger. They wonder, what if he's just after her money? They plant seeds of doubt. They try to break them apart, all in the name of protecting her. Love, at any age, is fragile in its early days. It needs time to grow roots before it can survive a family storm. So if you find someone new, give that love a chance to stand on its own. Share your joy when it feels real, secure, and ready to face the questions and opinions that may come. Because your heart deserves happiness, but it also deserves protection. Now, let's talk about the fifth and final secret, the one that can protect your peace more than you might ever imagine, your final will and legacy plans. It's human nature to want to be open with your family about what you'll leave behind. You might feel like you're avoiding confusion or future conflict. Maybe you want everyone to know exactly what they'll get, so there are no surprises when you're gone. But here's the truth many families learn too late: once money, property, or heirlooms are revealed, they can change how people act long before you've even said goodbye. When family members know exactly what they're getting, greed can creep in, often quietly at first. Resentment can grow between siblings. Old wounds get reopened. Instead of being grateful for your final gift, they start feeling entitled to it, or angry that they didn't get more. Imagine this. A mother in her 70s decides to show her 3 adult children her will. She explains who gets the house, who gets the savings, who gets the family jewelry. She thinks she's doing the right thing, but within weeks, her children are fighting. One feels cheated. Another tries to convince her to change the papers. The peaceful family dinners she once cherished become tense, full of whispers and accusations. It doesn't have to be that way. A will is your final message to the people you love, but it's also a legal document that should be respected. The better path? Work with a lawyer you trust. Make your wishes clear, valid, and secure. Keep your decisions private until they're legally final. That way, when the time comes, your legacy stands strong, and no one can twist your intentions. And here's the deeper lesson in all of this. Boundaries are not walls. They're shields. Keeping parts of your life to yourself is not a betrayal of trust, it's an act of self-respect. Real love does not demand you share every detail of your thoughts, your money, or your plans. Real love honors the space you need to feel safe and dignified. When you control your story, you protect your freedom. When you protect your freedom, you protect your peace. And at any age, that is one secret worth holding on to. So now you know the 5 secrets you should protect, not to hide who you are, but to honor the life you've built. If you take just one thing from this story, let it be this. Secrets are not lies, they are protection. They guard your heart. They guard your peace. And above all, they guard your dignity. There is so much pressure in families to share everything. We're told that real love means no secrets. That honesty means opening every door, even the ones we'd rather keep shut. But the truth is, unconditional love doesn't demand that you give away every part of yourself. Sometimes, the most loving thing you can do for your future self is to hold a boundary, and keep it strong. Think about how far you've come in your life. All the sacrifices you made for the people you love. The years you spent working, saving, caring, forgiving. You have earned the right to decide what stays private and what you choose to share. No one, not your grown children, not your siblings. Not even your closest friend has the right to take that choice away from you. Imagine how much lighter your heart could feel if you gave yourself permission to keep a few things just for you. No guilt. No shame. Just quiet confidence that you are protecting what truly matters. Boundaries don't push people away, they teach people how to love you in a way that honors your freedom. They remind others that you are not a burden to be managed, but a whole, worthy person with dreams and dignity that no one can take away. So, here's my gentle reminder for you. True love respects your right to keep some things just for yourself. It sees your silence not as distance, but as strength. You deserve freedom. You deserve peace. And you deserve self-respect, at 65, at 75, at 95. If this message opened your eyes, please, share it with someone you love. You never know whose freedom you might protect just by passing these words along. And don't forget to subscribe, because protecting your freedom starts with one brave choice today. Your story is still yours to write, and some pages are meant for you alone.